Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Learn to ask questions. It is always better to ask questions than to make an assumption. Have the courage to ask questions until you're as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to the question, you won't have to make the assumption. Why? Because you will know the truth. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 75, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's up 3.5, gold contract down $7, trading at $1,324 an ounce. Silver up 9 cents at $22.24 an ounce. Platinum up 14 at $1,450 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $3.22 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $108.50. Bonds up 8 ticks at $129.29. King dollar down 31 ticks at 81.46. The euro is trading at 133, and the yen is out there at 99.25. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do? You go sideways out here today. We do 500 million shares. If we do go pull up the SPY, let's take a look at the SPY on the weekly basis. What you're going to have here, folks, is this. SPY today is right at the gap. We are 169.33. You do light volume, 66 million. That's on the daily. We take a look at the weekly. This weekly looks to me like, okay, we closed at 169.33. You had volume come in of 437 million. And guess what? That says that, you know what, that the high is going to be tested again. You're literally $1 away from it. That's going to get tested. Dow on the S&Ps, this is. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials, what you have with the Dow. Dow sideways move out here today, up $75. You're at 3,000, and if we push that into the DIA and just look at the DIA for a second, and we put that on a weekly basis, what you're going to see with the DIA, well, guess what? The Dow's been the weak dog, but you know what? That probably wants to get up at the higher price also. Now, the lead dog out here has been NASDAQ. What NASDAQ did out here today, she goes sideways at $1.4 billion. She's still over the benchmark out here. The last high was the 36.89, so you're over a high. Regardless, bottom line, yeah, you can get the higher price. Gold contract. What we did with gold out here, gold got down to a price point today of 13.04. You're at a 13.24 level right now. Gold wants to trade lower, folks. Bottom line, I had 162,000 contracts. If you take a look at gold, if we take a look at the gold silver equities, on a weekly basis, they pounded that bottom with some big volume. Now, bonds, different ball game. 30-year, we're at 129.29. That wants to go to 133, which we will see whether it gets there with wide price spread, accelerated volume. The 10-year is still at 123.18. Now, it's 123.23 to get back inside the larger range. Well, that's what it has to get back inside. That's the bottom line in order to get the higher price. Dollar, King dollar out here, we got to a price point today of 81.73, and we're at 81.46 right now. Now, this, of course, at 5 o'clock today, folks, is going to be the final trade inside our trading competition this week. We will have the winners for you Monday at my 4 o'clock show. That's when the winners are going to be announced. First prize, of course, is $3,000. Second prize, $1,500. Third is $750. Fourth and fifth are $500 apiece, and then $250 for the 6th through the 10th. So we do appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling with us. If you do go to the front page of TFNN, what you're going to see is that right at the very top in the breaking news, you're going to see the virtual trading competition, the leaderboard. You pull up that leaderboard and you'll see, as of last night, who was leading. And what does happen, of course, is that there's going to be a lot of Well, we'll see this a lot of change because what does happen is that people have to close out their positions in order to win. So we'll see where that whole thing shakes out. Now, as you're over to the front page of TFNN, what you're going to see right on the front page, the Master Trader Series with our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. And we get Steve right now. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Hey, congratulations. Pulling off the TFNN competition, the trading competition out there. What a lot of work that you put into it. And and it's been incredible to watch the little horse race that we've had going on.
Oh, man.
And some incredible trades by folks out there.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. It's going to be really interesting to see, how this shakes out at the end of the week, of course. And what has happened, folks, and you can see when you're trading, of course, volatility is your friend, okay? Well, it can be an enemy, too, but the bottom line is that if you have volatility, you have action. And the first couple of days, it was the Aussie dollar. That's where the action was happening. So
yes.
We're going to be able to, what's really cool, folks, is that we're going to actually be able to bisect and dissect the whole deal. And as of Wednesday, when I was looking at it, what you had is that 20% of the trades are actually in the S&P, which is really cool. I mean, it's interesting breaking it down, though, as to where people are trading,
Yeah, now what's also cool, we've got some new folks that have joined the Hotel California.
Totally. That's right, man. And that's right. And what happens, folks, I think we get another week. No, it's today might be the last day you can join the Tigers Den for free, right?
Well, of course, folks can do it for 30 days if they haven't tried it before.
You can always do it for 30 days for free.
Yeah,
exactly. So come on over and check out the Tigers Den, folks. So, hey, listen, talk to me about, first off, what you're going to do. This Master Trader Series, folks, with Steve is going to be September 29th, Friday. It's going to go from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and tell me exactly, walk me through what these folks are going to learn. I mean, I know you've had some incredible trades, so let's walk me through first how you're going to give them the fishing pole.
Sure. Well, when you start off your show, you start off with the 4 agreements.
Yes.
So today's a cool one. Don't make assumptions. Right?
Yes.
And utilizing that, quite frankly, just for life, but certainly for trading, is so important. And, you talked on the word be clear. And clarity is really where it's all at. And that's what the end result is going to be for folks that attend the Master Trader Series. Each of us have had clarity in our lives. You've had clarity, I'm sure, when you were selling hot dogs and you had that going, when you were doing
clarity's
pizza.
A cool deal, yeah,
right? Pizza, I mean, there were times, how about bankrupt bonds? There had to be times where there was such clarity in it, even how about volume at swing points, as you were going through that process.
Sure.
Or even the Tiger Real Estate Fund.
Right.
Each of us have had clarity, and so there's no question that in order to be able to get clarity, at least what I've found with regard to trading, and it all started years ago because of you. So this is kind of cool because it all comes full circle. I'm hoping today to touch at least a few people who are driving in their car or listening to us digitally or over the radio, just like I was years ago before I knew anything about technical trading.
Right.
Because what I thought, I was basically a fundamental investor. So I was developing this relationship, with these companies, trying to understand what was going on, their financial statements and everything else. And what I realized was the most fundamental thing about trading was really what were the other stockholders doing?
Right.
What were the other shareholders doing? And that's really where the technical analysis and the charting tools created clarity. But there's really 2 ways for each of us to learn. We either do things by trial and error.
Okay.
And by trial and error, it takes 10,000 hours. There's lots of costs on the error side. And the second way is to model someone. And so I started off by modeling you, by modeling Larry, by putting together a whole series, and then just immersing myself into an entire set of trading tools in order to be able to gain that clarity. And that's really...
Yeah.
And when you gain that clarity, each of us, everybody listening, for some aspect in their life, have been at that point in time when you've gotten that clarity, and that's so important. And that's really when we take a look at the market here. Look, we can't control the market. I think Bernard Baruch, he said it best. He said, "Don't try to buy at the bottom and sell at the top. Just wait for the market to bottom and buy on the way up, and then sell before it tops or shortly thereafter."
Sure.
Because he was always satisfied with the burger part of it. So when we come back from the break, we'll take a look at a number of trades and the big burgers that I'm going to be offering 2 weeks from today.
The big fat burgers, folks. You stay right there. And we're coming up for supper time, Steve.
Oh, I love it.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, and Steve's going to be doing a Master Trader Series, folks, online. It's Friday, September 27th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Of course, all our, trading that is online, you get it totally archived. Inside this package, you're also going to get Steve's newsletter, which is a $149 value, and there's a special promotion that we have going on right now, folks, that it's only $595. So you can check it out on the front page of TFNN, because that promotion, I believe, ends on Tuesday also. We're talking with our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, right now. We're talking about clarity, and we're talking about, number one, what he's going to be teaching. But number two, we're going to talk about trades. We're going to talk about trades using his system and what happened.
Yeah, and basically we're talking about a three-part program out here. I'm going to teach folks about leading indicators. So I'm going to teach people about how to buy and sell the D point. That's one. So A to B equals CD, and that's where we let the market do 75% of the work for us. So and I'll also teach people exactly how to identify the Gartley buy and sell patterns, the butterfly buy and sell patterns. But it's the leading indicators; those are great to be able to identify. But you need to know when it is that you put the trade on, when to actually pull the trigger. And so that's the other element. So that's the second element that I'm going to be teaching to people, is when to go ahead and pull the trigger, and then when to add to your trades, understand the momentum behind. And so we'll just take a look at a couple of different examples so that people can get an idea for what utilizing this system, what it's actually meant. So I've got the GDX up on my screen. We know we've got a lot of folks that play the gold market, the miners market here, and I've got really two sets of trades. So you can see that I learned a long time. Well, at first I was trying to buy the exact bottom tick or sell the exact top tick. That'll drive you crazy. You don't need to do that. In the case of the GDX, we bought into the GDX on July the 2nd at a price of $24.74. We ended up, and that was not the bottom. It retraced just a tad lower on the following two trading sessions later on July 5th. We weren't stopped out because I utilize a certain system to make sure that we don't get stopped. Our stops are not too tight. We ended up selling on the trading session of July 24th at around $26.72, close to $26.95. Now, that trade was an 8% profit. We went ahead and let it, talk about the fishing pole.
Yes.
We went ahead and let it pull back. We got a confirmation. We ended up coming back in the trade on August the 6th. We bought that at $24.66. It was not the bottom. The bottom was $24.03. And we sold it. We went ahead and let this thing. We let the market take us out of this trade. That happened on August the 21st. And we sold that at $29 even, Steven. Now, that was almost an 18% profit. So between July the 2nd and between the August 21st out there, 15, 20 trading days or so, that was a 24% profit.
Sweet.
And we're out.
Yeah.
Now we didn't sell that short when we exited. We exited. These are strong markets, I believe, inside these, and so we're looking for the long positions on this, because the trend right now has actually flipped. Has changed. Now you wouldn't know that necessarily by listening to some of the other media outlets out there, but that's better for. That's better for all of us tigers and tigresses.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
And so that was one trade. We took a trade here. Here's a recent trade here in natural gas. Natural gas gave us a great signal. Did that on August the 8th. We didn't buy it. The bottom was $16.59. We bought it at $17.54.
Okay.
We ended up getting closed out on that on August 27th. That was nearly a 5% profit on that. So we didn't, and it's moved a bit higher since then, but the market took us out of the trade. We were in it for about 2 weeks' time, a nice 4.5% profit on that. We took how about a short trade on the Dow? We had a short trade inside the Dow. Now, the actual bottom, that came in on August the 2nd. We didn't get into that trade until August the 8th. We bought it at $32.68. The exact bottom on this trade was $31.89. We were in this trade all the way up until August the 23rd, out at $34. That was over a 5% profit. All these trades here just in the month of August. If we take a look at some of the other trades that we did, how about AG? Forget is that
First
Majestic Silver?
First Majestic, yes.
First Majestic. So First Majestic fantastic. I think we missed the first move on this off of the bottom, but there's always another move, right? There's always another trade,
Big
right?
time. That's right.
Okay, we waited for the next trade. The next trade for us, we went ahead. We took a long position on August the 8th.
Sweet.
And we bought it at $12.12. We ended up selling it on August 27th. That session they closed at 14.86. We sold it at 15.66, and that was a 29% profit. That was in a period of, I don't know, maybe about 10 trading sessions or so.
Right.
So that's, and I go through a series of trades out here and that's the system that I want to be able to share with people. Talked about the importance of being able to, two ways to really learn something: trial and error, or going ahead and modeling others. And it's really important to be able to model somebody that's been successful, that's got a proven track record. That's why I was drawn to you originally.
Yeah.
That's why I went through your course. I paid the cost to go through that.
Sure.
And then all of the education that went with it. And the thing that I love to be able to do is to teach people just simply what it is that they only need to really look at for trading.
Right.
Because that clarity and just focus on that, to be able to hold their hands, to be able
less
to...
is more.
Yeah.
Less is more, right? I mean, that's the reality, folks.
Yeah, because you can read books, you can overanalyze, right? You can get really anal about stuff.
Yes.
And if what you're striving for is perfection, which doesn't exist, lowest standard, you'll never get there. But if you're just trying to be outstanding, extraordinary, and that's really what about being able to just buy that hamburger. Let the market take you in, let the market go ahead and take you out, and it's really about learning how to read the message of the markets. The market doesn't listen to me. Doesn't listen to you, right?
Right.
So we just have to listen to the market, and that's really what it is that I want to be able. That I'm going to teach folks that attend the workshop how to do that. I've had now the cool thing is, and I can't thank you enough. I never can thank you enough because, when I first went to your Master Trader course, and then started really getting clarity, and it developed a relationship between the two of us, and
Sure.
then we got together, and then you said it was over 2 years ago, you said, hey, you were going to expand the whole radio show thing, would you like to do a couple hours a week? And that turned into now doing almost 10 hours a week or more.
Exactly.
I've done over 1,000 hours of radio in the last couple of years.
That's wild, huh? I know.
Oh, absolutely. And in fact, had a great call from, I think it was John in Sarasota, and he said, I listened to your first show, and he said, you are so good now. You're really, yeah, and so do I. And and even during doing the shows is cool. When I first started to decide that I was going to immerse myself in technical trading, I would go back to the Tiger's Den archives.
Yeah.
I would replay the shows. I would wait for the caller to call in and ask you where it was going. I would put it on pause. I'd go to the charts. I would give your spiel, or what I thought was your spiel.
Yeah.
Right? And then I would go ahead and turn it on and see what you came up with.
Okay.
And lo and behold, really all I was doing was setting myself up for what I love doing each and every day, which is being with the callers, the listeners, and communicating what the market is doing and why. So, I can't thank you enough, and it's all gone full circle, and I'm going to get that opportunity on September 27th we'll find some more Tom O'Briens and Steve Rhodes out there.
That's right, man. And listen, folks, so you come over to our website, TFNN, you'll see it right in the front page, right in the carousel. You hit that carousel, folks, you're off to the races. It's a whole rundown, exactly what you're going to be learning. Steve, you have a great weekend, safe weekend. Of course, we look forward to the show on Monday.
Thank you.
You stay right there, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. We're coming right back.